Hey, third graders, this is Miss Addison here today, and I'm going to share with you this scoop on main idea. So let's just review, what is main idea exactly? So the main idea is the most important point the author is trying to make in a text. And this week we're going to be focusing on nonfiction passages, okay? So passages that are factual, they have facts, and they are true. Authors also use supporting details to aid or support the main idea. So what are supporting details? Supporting details are statements that help explain or prove the author's point. So I want you really to think and visualize an ice cream cone here. This is actually what you're going to use for your graphic organizer this week. Think of the main idea as the cone. Okay, the cone of an ice cream is the most important point. And I want you to think of the supporting details as the ice cream scoops. Supporting details, so they're like the ice cream scoops of an ice cream cone, because each supporting detail, it helps make your main idea cone that much better. And each supporting detail, it helps explain or prove the main idea. I want you to really be careful though with supporting details, because students tend to make a few mistakes with them. So think about what happens when an ice cream cone isn't made carefully and the scoops aren't lined up, right? They're just kind of plopped on. Think about what happens. Yeah, your ice cream cone falls apart, right? Or drips all over the place. So if supporting details do not relate to the main idea, they just confuse the reader. So when you're finding supporting details from a text, it's not just any fact, random fact that you're pulling out. They have to support that main idea cone. Now, I also want you to be careful for one other reason, right? What happens when a person tries to put too many scoops on an ice cream cone, right? Maybe you're trying to put 10 scoops on. Think about what happens. The ice cream cone falls apart again. So too many supporting details can confuse the reader finding the main idea. So really, when we're finding those supporting details, they have to connect right to the main idea. And we're only going to pull out the most important ones. We're not going to pull out every single fact we read. All right, so let's review what we've learned so far. First, what is the definition of main idea? Yep, main idea is the most important point the author's trying to make. And what are supporting details and how do they relate to the main idea? Right? So what exactly are supporting details? So supporting details are the statements that help explain or prove the author's point. So they give a lot more information to whatever your main idea is. Warning! Main idea is not the same as topic. Okay, so the topic is just the general subject about whatever the author is writing about. And the main idea is the most important point. So I've got a couple of examples here for you. So, for instance, perhaps you're reading a text about bears, right? So that's the topic. But the main idea isn't bears. The main idea is the fact that there are many different types of bears, right? Oh, there's grizzly bears, polar bears, black bears. It just so happens that the author is trying to teach you more about bears. Okay, so the main idea is the different types of bears. The topic is bears. So maybe I'm reading a story about middle school. Okay, well, I say the main idea is middle school. Well, no, that's just the topic. The main idea is, oh, middle school is different from elementary school, right? So maybe you're reading a story about, right, how middle school is similar and different to elementary school. And the same thing for the last topic and main idea, right? The fact that I'm reading a book, the topic is computers, but if I say, okay, well, what'd you read about? Computers. Well, that doesn't give me enough information. What was the main idea? The main idea could be that computers help people do things that they otherwise could not. There's a little bit of a typo there, sorry. So I want you to really think about, right, what is the author trying to teach the reader when you're trying to find the main idea? All right, so let's practice. And I know my head's cutting a little bit of the words off, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read the first paragraph and just stop and think about what I read. Eggs are more than just something to eat for breakfast. You may have heard that eggs are rich in protein. The protein in eggs are actually very similar to the protein found in hair. So raw eggs make excellent hair conditioner. So already I'm kind of clear on my topic, which is eggs, but I'm still trying to figure out, all right, well, what is the most important part that the author is trying to teach me? I know he or she mentions that they have protein and the fact that eggs can be used as hair conditioner. It's slightly gross. So I'm going to keep reading on while I keep those ideas in my head. For paragraph 2. Did you know that eggs are rich in vitamin A too? That makes them a great lotion as well. Just whisk some egg yolks in a bit of water and you're all set to moisturize your skin. So I'm going to kind of stop right there and think and recap. So again, the topic's still talking about eggs, and I've discovered that from paragraph 1, eggs can be used as hair conditioner because of protein. And now I'm learning that because they have vitamin A, you can use them as lotion or skin moisturizer. So I'm going to keep reading on, keeping those ideas in my head so I can pull it all together for my main idea statement. Finally, if you ever find yourself working on a project and you run out of glue, head to the refrigerator. Egg whites are quite sticky when they dry, so they can be used to glue paper. Eggs have many uses, which make them a handy tool to always have in your home. All right, so just thinking back to what I read, I want to ask myself, what is the author trying to teach me about eggs? Well, really, I learned that, yes, I think of eggs as eating them, but really, eggs can be used for hair conditioner, eggs can be used as skin lotioner or moisturizer, skin lotion, and eggs can also be used in placement of glue. So really wrapping it all together, and I think this last line sums it up, this concluding sentence, or the concluding sentences, the fact that eggs have many uses in home. So not only can you eat them, they've got a lot of other uses. So that, to me, is the most important point the author wants the reader to remember, is that eggs have many uses. So as I'm pulling those supporting details, I'm going to think about, okay, well, what are those uses? And that's where you're going to go back to the passage to find, right? Each paragraph talks about a different use. So let me think. Well, eggs can be used as hair conditioner, right? Because they've got that protein. Eggs can be used as a skin moisturizer. And eggs can be used to glue paper. So I want to think, do all of these connect to my main idea? Does each of these connect to the fact that eggs have other uses? Right? Yep. Hair conditioner, moisturizer, glue. Beautiful. Now that I have found my main idea and details, though, I'm going to turn this into a beautiful summary paragraph, right? And you guys have been doing an awesome job with those. That is why we use these graphic organizers, so that we can take those ideas and turn it into a well-organized, thoughtful piece of writing or essay. In this case, we're just going to do a paragraph, right? So I'm going to recap the fact that my main idea is eggs have many uses. And I'll be honest, some of those uses I didn't even know about, right? And those details are the facts that, all right, eggs can be used as hair conditioner, which I still find highly gross. Eggs can be used as skin moisturizer, which is a little gross too. And eggs can be used to glue paper, right? All of these ideas connect to the fact that, all right, eggs have many uses. But I'm going to take all these ideas and turn it into my main idea paragraph. First, as always, you got to have an opening sentence. In this case, I'm just going to restate my main idea, okay? I like this. The passage is mostly about how eggs have so many incredible uses. And I added that adjective incredible in there. I want to try and take these ideas and extend them and elaborate them, add more adjectives and details. So now I'm going to continue on with my body or my supporting details. According to the text, eggs can be used as a natural hair conditioner. The text also states that people can use eggs as skin moisturizer or lotion. Finally, use an egg to glue down your paper instead of using an ordinary glue stick. So again, I took my supporting details, but I wanted the reader to know that these are not my own ideas. I got them from the text. That's why I added in these transitions such as according to the text or the text also states. So I want the reader to know that these are facts that I found. They're not just my own ideas. And last but not least, if you've got an opening, you have to have a closing. And I just ended with, most people think eggs are only for eating. However, eggs also have many other interesting uses. I know my head kind of cut that off. So I've got my opening sentence, which states just the main idea, the body, which includes my supporting details, but I also reference the fact that I pulled these details from the text, and then just a closing sentence, couple closing sentences to wrap it all up. So I'm going to put it all together here. All right, so I'm just going to read it once through. The passage is mostly about how eggs have so many incredible uses. According to the text, eggs can be used as a natural hair conditioner. The text also states that people can use eggs as a skin moisturizer or lotion. Finally, use an egg to glue down your paper instead of using an ordinary glue stick. Most people think eggs are only for eating. However, they have many other interesting uses. Right? And notice how in there I put in, instead of saying incredible uses, I threw in interesting uses. So those are ways to kind of jazz up your writing. Now it's your turn. All right, so you're going to first read It's a True Story. Now it does have illustrations, but this is a biography. Well, sorry, it's a true story of a woman named Wangari Maathai called Planting Trees of Kenya. And Kenya is a country in Africa. So as you read, think about what the author is trying to teach the reader about Wangari Maathai. So think about, what does the author want you to remember about her? And which supporting details support it? Okay, and you're going to first fill out a graphic organizer that looks like this ice cream cone. And then finally, you're going to use your ice cream organizer to help you write a main idea paragraph about the story. So again, I said you guys have been doing such an awesome job taking your graphic organizers and using them to write a paragraph or essay. So I can't wait to see what you do this week. And I really hope you enjoy planting the trees of Kenya in honor of Earth Day, which is April 23rd. I believe that is Wednesday. So I look forward to reading them. Bye.